Okay, so you can see on your screen that we've got Mac's vision plan. And at the end of the day, it isn't too different to what you'd expect for any person or any child, regardless of disability. So the things in Mac's vision, happiness, belonging, to be an independent or interdependent learner, to have fun, friends, family, natural supports around him, to expect education, employment, entertainment, to be a valued member of his community and to follow his dreams, to have ownership of his life. So they're things that we want for any child. Um, in this instance, it's just something that we have intentionally articulated. We've sat down and we've discussed it as a family. We've written it down, and over time we've refined it. And look, this isn't a document that we would necessarily give to people. We use this more as a framework for what information we might provide depending on the situation. But here's two quick examples of how having the vision was really important in those early years of Mac's schooling, with two issues that we felt were problematic, but we were not really sure why. And the first one was when he was in kindergarten, we realised he was being taken with the aide when they were doing errands. So when they were going and doing photocopying for the teacher or other jobs for the class, Mac was being taken by the aide to do those with him. So thinking back to what our vision plan has, the risks to that was he was risking his membership in his class community. It was risking his sense of belonging. It was risking his expectation of education, of being an independent learner. It was risking building those natural supports of his peers. It was risking ordinariness. The other kids weren't doing that. So you can clearly see what all the risks to the vision plan were. And that's how we were able to identify that this was a problem and approach the school and have a discussion before it went too far. The next thing that was a risk to his vision plan were the other students not being allowed to push Mac's wheelchair. And again, we could test it against our vision plan and see all the things that were um, taking us away from our vision. And so it took a bit more work. We had to do more negotiations around this, but the upshot was we were able to develop um, far greater opportunities for Mac by identifying these and knowing why they were problematic. So the next screen shows the good things that came from us testing these, and things like we at our primary school we have a wheelchair attendant licensing program where the children are taught how to push Mac's wheelchair, how it works, how to identify when there's problems. They they work with him in group work. They all get taught how to use his communication devices so that he's less and less reliant on that aide in the classroom, and all of this benefits their learning. He's seen as a valued learner because he's not off running errands with the aide. The students learn to expect that he should be in the class. The last couple of years at swimming carnivals, the students have swum with Mac. He wears a neck ring, and they swim up the pool. There's no adult in the pool, and two kids drag him up the pool. It's safe, but it was something that evolved over time. And these are the things where the peers now have this great sense of responsibility for Mac without it being a job. It's just what they do. At camp, he shares a bunk room with the other boys. They have a walkie-talkie to buzz the adults if they think they need Mac needs assistance. So these are the things the vision allows us to do, is to test things against it and see whether we're staying on the right path.